And hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, or maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone.
It's time to get magical.
Hey, what's up, my unicorns? Unicorn here. We are back for another episode of this dating sim. Let's go, the ocean. Hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here. I'm not the only one who can help you now. The only thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There are too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. But there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having it to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holding many secrets, even for itself, but the one that truly matters can be learned if you answer the most important question: why are you here? Why are you here? How are you here? What are you doing here? Answer that and you'll find the truth, the ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it to the ocean's character some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body and gingerly pouring cool water in your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside of me, and that all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out in the darkness night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such a massive nothingness? How could they? Found something special? I used to feel that way, small, unimportant, alone, but lately I'm not so sure. I'm starting to feel different. I'm starting to actually think I might, maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who is about to turn to the ocean, looks for a while and speak on a topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps, something more? I don't know. This island has planned for me. A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't that keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. Fair enough. I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone, the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take time to care of myself, and now I'm all gone. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. First that I was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a little bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if anyone else is on the beach, and she's convinced that it's only you two. She continues, "There's a dragon that lives inside of me. I've always known, but I'm trying to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried pushing it down. So I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass, right? But I didn't let it out. And then I, chop, and now the dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger?" No dragon, just a lot of fire. Nothing but darkness. Probably nothing but darkness. I'd like to have a dragon, but maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome, honestly, though. I don't feel like I've got anything inside me. It's just all darkness and never-ending darkness. And her thoughts caught inside the island. It was you would tell you. Perhaps I could light a torch in search through that darkness. Just as you thought you were, oh hey! Just as things were really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around to fend off whatever danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboard in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points is not a part of the event's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire stories. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there it is. But this schedule is for after coming for, that schedule for after what comes after the, okay, go. Okay. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone here is not. We're not going to say who, so don't worry. You hasn't been sticking to our schedule. That means that we're behind on our evening's activity, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How we're gonna decide? Oh, great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I really chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize it is probably in for you. You embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. I've been there before, even though I've taken some of the pressure off me, which is absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald! If you try to flex that authority gimmick on me one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quickly that I'll drown you in your own blood, Cynthia. And you'll drown in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack and slash and slice. You all know we all know you love to kill. It's all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're backing me up. It got my back. Get out of here. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still got started on story time. So, who do you think we should go? Oh, damn it. That's a name. Please pick someone quickly. The time of vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. See, I want to choose her, but I wonder if hers, sure. Choose Spirit. Well, the entire expense is being carefully crafted to avoid the IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful, but paraphrasing. Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets into her feet in the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know what she gets it, but she comes up with the scary stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can sit down. And Hunter's eyes go red behind her mask. Both Trapper and Wraith take their seats. They know then it's worth it when it's worth fighting, when it's not. Okay, yeah, she's like, story time. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now. Thaha, though. I was selected, so get it, tell a story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice the Hunters and Wraith are both are sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark, stormy night. Warm rain seeping into the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious lookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of the busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area? How could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if it conjured by magic. But it was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit paused her story to look at face to face at each audience member. She had no expression, but you could feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me, cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned. His voice trembled, but now it was if every detective in the city were there, looking this strange structure up and down, inspecting on every side. It didn't make any sense. There were no doors, there were no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single, very small slit, just enough to see a bloodshot eye of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man as he pleaded for his life. No stranger No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hata comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time to the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety. As the night dragged on, no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain put on the ground. The man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hata was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it would never before. Please, let me die in here. Please don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hata. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half of the town is here. We're all in this together. We don't let you. This won't be at the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest of the passageways, Detective Hata watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she said, promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt that an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked with so far to free before. And so the man's eyes closed and backed away. If it didn't scare her, she only knew they would return. He did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit, horizontal puzzle box, repeating his question again. Stream flows to her mouth and asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. And pressed her palms against the cold outside the box, which truly knowing why, Detective Hata leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, and one of compassion. She would feel it in his brief contact between the beating of her heart, pulsing blood to every inch of her body, matching beat for beat in the soft touch. Thank you, said the man. No trace of fear remained in his voice, and he backed away and darkness disappeared in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back, yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hata and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled with cacophony of whirring gears and lashes, symphony mechanic activity happened all at once. Something had triggered as if unseen lever pulled, and the side of the box began to slide open. Detective Hata gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the soggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddles of rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side, and her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll almost pulled apart, or perhaps they're just now, but perhaps that's just how Detective Hata would like to think of the moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from one another, clearly severed and placed in a neat pile, and atop the pile a head, cold, pale, opened eyes, lips an icy blue. Spirit stared at the fire, and her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fell from her chin to soaked into her hands and feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is into the fire and up in the sky, and anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated her harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual. She really went into a great detail and it came to describe the kiss. Too much detail. Now no one is sure to how to act. Dwight and Claudette staring at the daggers at you. You have to do something. The game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said, do something. Oh God, like cool story, bro. Like, I don't know. God. I don't know how I should really react to this. Oh God, I have to think. God. I don't know, man. God, like, I don't want to be that cool story, but my thing is, I'm choosing between if I hug her, if I say nothing and hug her, like, that might be good, but at the same sense, if she's like, don't embrace me, nobody's supposed to, like, acknowledge me right now, or if I could stand up and slow clap and everyone's like, that's kind of an asshole thing, like,
What's up, my dude?
Just recording. What's up?
Do you want Del Taco?
Do I want Del Taco? Yeah, I want Del Taco.
Do you want to come with us to get Del Taco?
I'm still recording.
Well, how long do you have left of your recording?
A little bit longer.
Is your recording really more important than Del fucking Taco? What are you doing?
I'm just sitting here, just kind of like,
Fucking around?
I'm trying to make a choice. Like, I'm making choices.
I'll make the fucking choice for
No. I got it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, I was trying to decide which one I wanted to do. You stand up and saying, I think approach spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe hovering in the air begin to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. Is there not what you expected? Instinctively, what?
Send me a text of what you want.
The tacos,
Okay.
the chicken tacos. Thank you. I'll go when you fall over. The spirit says nothing floats away without so much as a goodbye. You meanwhile, you realize everyone has just watched this truly strange interaction from the corner of their eyes. At that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves you alone by the fire. The only thing you hear in the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all 7 seconds before Trickster shows up and starts blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? You don't wait for an answer. You know, I've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want to hear from something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of the island want to hear. An ultimate catch of the island, the only lobster in the ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves with you're a bit confused about how to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. The fog that floated around me, I could feel your breath heavily taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. You and I are both legit. You learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean, narrator. You're doing it again, not right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Dripping in hot tubs with the spirit? You come to a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you should follow her. Been an offer like that. You don't just forget our don't forget our little talk. That's fine. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just right down to an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous sharks come along and manage to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion would handle it. I just want to be totally clear. Even though the story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form, but symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other ickily. I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut to pieces in your life, and so is the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Yeah, sure. On the island, Trapper once might think it's a puzzling place. Also, a completely regular coincidence. I am sure his lips were blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You call this blue? I was searching for answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get it through your head, whoever you are. You got it. Samurai blood runs through my veins, or, well, maybe it has coagulated by now. Who needs to sweat the details? Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with blades, weapons preceding my entrance into the world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You're gonna figure that there was many sharp edges. A person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, and it wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it, I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was just a little girl, years before my father stuck his blade into my skin. Ooh, God, she's crying. Oh no, I'll never be able to shake it. That's very adult for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Who cares? That feels like kind of harsh. Like, who cares? But at the same time, like, I mean, it's kind of like, I feel like saying who cares is the right choice, though, because it's like, well, do you believe me? Who cares? You know? Who says I believe in anything? And for the matter, who even cares what I think? Our beliefs are our business, no one else's. Well, I'll be. That's a strong take. You got to cultivate your own garden. I just admire you. Hey, you're not offering up your thoughts or opinions simply to feed the curiosity of others, like some of our more desperate residents of our little paradise. Good for you, I'd say. Now you've got me wondering: do I believe you, or does he or not? Now you've got me wondering: do I believe you, if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I know everything. I really know the answer to my own question. And if I believe your answer to Spirit's question, whoa, ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is a certain corpsey cutie floating in the cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you. Say the right thing to free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is, damn it, she got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can't follow the conundrum to what is surely going to open mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain two someone's standing before you in a fresh towel, ready for you to rub off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. The mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb all the tangles out and tie a ribbon, and sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch the spirit stares off in the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. Then she catches you looking and turns away, roughly grabs a towel and from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Look at the crackling embers. The sound of that fire is so nice. Just an actual sound of a good fire. Look at the crackling embers. You think about Spirit's story and the prisoners in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life, or has it already been taken from you and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Now they're now familiar, creepy smiles stretch ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that. A bit Firelight. I must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we are going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music to put you at ease? Just try and keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the type who you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready? Ready? Away we go. Wait, what? Ready for what? As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide you might try adjusting the dial. Oh. What is this station? I don't know what this... Wait, what is this? Do I know this song? No matter how many times you try to listen to it, I can't still sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little bit more time with you until you're sleepier. Well, who would you like to send by your fireside? Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I can get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep and when she feels restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Oh, that sounds awesome, actually. Well, yeah, even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. So comb. He reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a smoke comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could all know this. It's a gift from my mother. I want it back though, and if you lose it, well, you'll get revenge on me. It's the last thing I'll do. If it's the last thing I do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe it isn't really a sleepy feeling, or maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice in the ocean speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. This is still undeniably odd. The human body is made of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even an amnesiac video game made by protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like, but you'll never get to 100%, you hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You're awake, suddenly you see everyone looming over you. Trapper is sitting behind you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You know, You're not, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously complete and honest and trustworthy. Yeah? I was checking you to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my never mind. Just to be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I do not take rejection well. Two, the first thing is very important to remember. Are you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines, radiation from me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean, that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. And hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, or maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. God. Just roll over. He's just sketching me. Hey. Waiting a second. Where are we? This isn't. Oh, geez. Is it? It's one of the most reality shows confessional rooms. Well, because I talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. There are all some points of interaction. Some who isn't parent and didn't end in bloodshed or timely Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do you think of a newcomer? Oh, well, I have to say, oh, I do. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know how any of this since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewed by an elk and I had to watch her entrails off my Seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer is going to spend time with tomorrow, but if I, for one, will not let my guard down easily, who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, and he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit's just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper, oof. Where do I begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on a huge part of my life. I was calling for my life. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control, and I'm going to use self-control I can muster because today I'm a disaster. That's just said, I didn't love it. That was fun. Laugh. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyways, I'm planning to kill this idiot. I don't tell him though. I want to lead him on a little bit more. It will make it that much better for me when they're screaming. I'm not really sure how to feel about Nukuni. On one hand, everyone in here cared about has met an awful fate, so it's probably good for Nukuni if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that they maybe work out in my plan or me. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. The cute hat and robe on the one-choice shirt. If someone here would come around and capture my heart, at least it beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I am going to get bloody revenge on society, it would be used to be that has used me and thrown me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I got an achievement. Still alive. Apparently, I could have died the first day. Alright, guys, we're going to end that off here. I feel like that's a good place to call it. So for the sounds of it, Trapper threatened me. I don't know if it'd be smart to ignore him. He's like, I don't take rejection well. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of strong-arming me right now. I almost want to... And he also said that he was planning on killing me anyway, so at this point, would it be better just to ignore him? I'm like, oh, well, I mean, if you're going to kill me, then... No. Either way, we'll find this out in the next episode. As always, guys, I'll catch you guys next episode. And remember, stay magical. See you guys.
It's time to get magical.